Hello guys. Today's short story is Wilamina and the weather conditions. Here we go. I now call this special meeting of the weather conditions to order, said Sun. Hurry up, said Rain. I'm supposed to be heavy over the west coast in 2 hours. And I'm due down south to blow gently all afternoon, said Gwen. That's why I called the meeting, said Son. Wilamina, weatherwoman, always tells us what to do, and I'm tired of being bossed around. We know, said Clouds, but what can we do? I have had an idea, said Sun. Each night, Wilamina, weatherwoman, emails us where to go the next day. Let's change places. That sounds like fun, said Snow. I'm always stuck in the mountains. I'd like to see what the middle of the country is like. The next day, the weather conditions had fun. Snow spent all day in the middle of the country. Sun went down south, but only stayed for a few hours. Fog spent all day in the north, and wind moved all over the place, puffing and blowing. That night, the weather conditions watched Wilhelmina weatherwoman on television. She had a very red face and said sorry to all people watching. Then she told everyone what the weather would be like the next day. The next day was another weather model, and that night the weather conditions all went to Sun's house to watch Wilhelmina weatherwoman on television. Her face was even redder. Wilhelmina weatherwoman called a special meeting. She looked really angry. You made me look silly, and people are complaining about my weather report, she said. Why aren't you doing what I tell you to do in my emails anymore? Sun said, we work hard every day. We do what we are told, but the people all thank you. And we get tired of staying in the same place all the time, said Snow. Wilhelmina weatherwoman looked thoughtful. I have an idea, she finally said. You decide what you want to do and where you want to go, and send me an email in the afternoon to tell me what you will be doing the next day. The weather conditions went home to think about what they wanted to do the next day. Then they all emailed their plans to Wilhelmina weatherwoman. Next day, the weather was very peculiar. The people had never seen anything like it. Rain, snow, and sun all turned up at the same place at the same time. The people didn't know what to do. One minute it was raining, then the sun shone while it snowed. They scratched their heads in amazement. Fog and wind had a big fight over the ocean, and boats didn't know if they should use their foghorns. First of all, fog would cover them up, then wind would blow it away. 5 minutes later, fog would come rushing back again. That night, Wilhelmina weatherwoman had a terrible time with her weather map. Her weather symbols were all over the place. So she called another meeting with the weather conditions. Well, that didn't work very well, Wilhelmina said. Nobody knows what to do. The farmers don't know what the weather will be like, and parents don't know if they need to send their children to school with jackets or sunscreen. That wasn't as much fun as I thought it would be, said Sun sadly. Rain spoke up. I have had an idea. Rain said, "We should make a plan so everyone has a turn in different parts of the country." "That's much better," said Wilamina. "Let's make a plan and stick to it." They worked hard on their plan all night. The next day was sunny in some places and rainy in others. Snow fell in the mountains, and the wind blew the fog out over the ocean. Wilamina Weatherwoman's weather reports were right again, and everyone was happy. Sometimes one of the weather conditions made a mistake and bumped into another one, but instead of fighting about it, they would say, "Excuse me," and go back to the plan. Wilhelmina started giving each weather condition a special mention in her weather reports. At the end of the year, Wilhelmina won a prize for the best weather report on television. When she was giving her prize, Wilhelmina named all the weather conditions and thanked them for helping her. They all felt very proud.